Good evening, everyone. Now I'll be discussing about Geography Paper 2. I was late for uploading this video since I was busy, so kindly forgive me for that. Okay, so in Geography Paper 2, as you can see the syllabus, I always say start with syllabus. So see the syllabus, as you can see, it has been written Geography of India with special reference to Odisha. And nowadays, like if you can see the 2017 pattern, most of the topics they have given a twist like what is it in Odisha. So you have to read Odisha geography sidewise with Indian geography for this part especially. So as you can see in paper 2 section A, the first part is physical aspects, and the following topics are structure and relief, drainage system, physiographic reasons, Indian monsoon, cyclone, flood, droughts, natural vegetation, soil type, and the distribution. So mostly they have asked about your physiographic reason, okay, and about cyclones also. So likewise certain things are left. As you can see, drainage system is left, then your floods and droughts is left, natural vegetation is left, and soil types is left. So from these topics it can come, the previous topics can be repeated, but these topics are important. So for Indian part you can follow Indian geography spectrum is there, it's clearly given topic wise, so no problem. Apart from that, for geography of Odisha, especially this climatic reasons, natural vegetation, soil types and distributions, I would suggest you go for Kitab Mahal publications by G.C. Ray. I will be writing the author's name also again in my description, so you can see that. So it's Kitab Mahal publications, G.C. Ray. Okay. So here you can find the soil types and the distributions. So when you are going about attempting questions on physical aspect, prepare Odisha map. Okay, you can search on Google like soil types found in Odisha, and a map will come like which soil type is found where, and it's clearly given. So just remember those maps. Okay, for soil type, for natural vegetation, for your flood and droughts where it is occurring and all. So just get a general brief idea about it. Okay. Next I would be suggesting you the next topic, that is resources. Okay, concept and types of resources. Various types are given, energy crisis is given. So questions has not come on energy crisis, okay, and also on resources not exactly question has been asked. So for Indian resources you can very well find in spectrum geography, or you can directly type on net and Indian resources, mineral resources found in India, anything energy resources, you can get lots of data. But for Odisha I would suggest you can I'll be giving a PDF link also in my description. I hope it opens, I mean it is workable. Otherwise you can go to odisaminerals.gov.in. okay, this is the government site. Here you will find the various acts, the various schemes related to mineral resources. Okay, so you have to go in details about it, like which are the acts. You don't have to remember all, I mean the factors given in the acts, just know what are the acts, okay, and just get a brief idea about it, like what is its objective, and is it running now, and what is its success story. If only this much you know, I mean what is its objective, is it running now, or where it is implemented, I mean is there any specific parts that is implemented, and what is the success story right now. Okay, so these three parts you can learn about each and every scheme which is being implemented in this mineral resource section. Okay, so the site is odisaminerals.gov.in. okay, I'll be also uploading a PDF extension I'll be giving in description file. So there you can also learn about the different kinds of resources which is found in Odisha. It is given in details. Okay, so I'll try to give that. Next, after resources, the third topic is agriculture. In agriculture, infrastructure, irrigation, seeds, fertilizers, powers, types of crops, agricultural productivity, agricultural intensity, crop combination, land capability. Okay, all this is given. So questions have been asked on green revolution, white revolution, blue revolution, but important parts have been left out. As you can see, infrastructure is completely left out. So they can ask anything in infrastructure, okay, like agriculture productivity, agricultural intensity, or they can also go for last two topics which is given in that part, agriculture regionalization and agroclimatic zones. There are 10 agroclimatic zones in Odisha. Okay, so that is very well written in geography of Odisha, G.C. Ray. Okay, so you can get a brief idea about it. So agriculture regionalization and agroclimatic zones you need to know. Agricultural regionalization, try searching it in net. If you don't get it, then you can write it in comments. I will search and I will post it. But agroclimatic zones is given in your GC Ray Kitab Mahal publication, and all other infrastructure, all this, that is like totally you can get from agriodisha.nic.in. Okay, so this is a government website of Odisha where you can find about Odisha agriculture, what are the schemes, what is the success story. And I'll also be uploading another PDF file which is there for your what activities have been done, what are the schemes which is implemented, and what is the success rate, the annual report. I'll be uploading that PDF also in my description, so you can see that. Okay, and the rest part, Indian agriculture, the recent topics you can see from current affairs, or you can directly type, you can get an overall facts as in infrastructure, how India is faring, okay, in irrigation, seeds, fertilizers, agroclimatic zones of India, agricultural regionalization of India. Mostly these topics you can find in Spectrum Indian Geography, and if they don't have the updated data, then you can find it on net, okay, but the basic facts you can find on Indian Spectrum Geography. Next comes your industry, history of industrial development, location factors. Okay, so mostly they have asked on industrial clusters and industrial development. So I think most topics are covered, but they can ask on LPG, your liberalization, globalization. Okay, so they can ask on privatization, they can ask on that, or they can ask on specific industries like cotton industry, jute industry, and especially in India they can go for the industries found in India and the industries found in Odisha. Special reference to Odisha is there. So those industries which are found in Odisha, that is very well given in that Kitab Mahal publication GCRAM. Okay, so if you don't find the updated data, you can search also the related data to it on net, but you can find those topics in that Kitab Mahal publication GCRAM for Odisha. And for Indian, as you know, Spectrum Geography, most topics are covered, and if extra you want current affairs, you can search on net. Next here in section A is transport, communication and trade. Okay, so here they haven't asked much questions, so it is like a free zone from which they can ask like your trade questions. Okay, ports, infrastructure, roads, railways, waterways, they can ask about that. So be prepared on this topic. So as you can see from overall analysis of the 3 years paper, you can get a brief idea. Like one question from physical aspect is coming. Okay, so if they are repeating or not repeating, that is upon their discretion. So you have to prepare that. Resources, yet it has not come in detail, so they can ask about Odisha resources, especially Odisha resources. Agriculture, infrastructure, that is a general question. They may ask, they may not ask, but you have to study everything, but I'm just saying. So agriculture regionalization, agroclimatic zones can be a topic, so prepare that very thoroughly. Then industries, mostly they have asked, so you can just prepare it. Transport and communication, they have not touched on this. Trade and the infrastructure like roads, railways, so they can ask from this topic also. Okay, so most of these topics for Indian geography are available in Indian Spectrum, and those sites they have told, and I will be uploading certain PDFs also, so kindly go through it. And if you find any difficulty, you can write in comment section. I'll try to post it in my other videos if any doubts you are having in this. Then your section A, you are having certain map questions. Okay, as I have described in your previous geography optional 1, how to write, like your location has to be the geographic location where it is located, and if there is any geographical significance. Okay, after that you can write about any local significance of that place. So that same thing you have to follow in this Indian geography map that you will be given to do. Okay, so and the thing is, you have to also know about Odisha map. So it will be better if you are doing mineral resources, drainage system of Odisha, and that you are doing it from net, and you are searching the map, you are drawing it. So what happens, even if a certain region comes in map, you can you can also get help from that also. So try to do as much maps as you can. Like for Odisha maps, vegetation, soil, then your floods and droughts, cyclones, where it is occurring, tribal regions, that is also important. Apart from that, drainage system, I told, river system is important. Okay, agroclimatic zones is important. Yeah, that much. So maps, you have to collect all these maps for Odisha and India, so you can get very easily, but Odisha, these all maps you have to collect. Okay, so you can find it on net, it's very easily available, so no need to follow any books for that. So only 2 books, as I have said, Indian Spectrum Geography and your Kitamal publication GCRE. Now let us go to, they have asked one question in trade like pattern of foreign trade. Okay, so that is a very generalized question. They have not gone into details of trade, like what is the trade balance, I mean what are the zones, okay, or what are the developments in communication technology and its impact on economy and society. So they can ask a 60 marks question on that. Okay, so I have described how to write 60 marks questions in your optional geography paper 1. So go through that video, you will get a complete idea about it. But since if you haven't also gone through, I'll be repeating it. When you are getting 60 marks question, calculate how many words you are writing in one line. So if you are writing like 5, take for example 6 words you are writing in one line. Okay, so if there are 15 lines in one page, or 16-17 lines, whatever, so max to max you are getting like 100 worded page. Okay, in one page you are having 100 words. So likewise, if you are having 60 marks, that means 600 words you have to write. So depending on that, 5 or 6 pages. So you don't have to write 5 or 6 pages completely. What you have to do, you have to substantiate one page for your diagram. In 60 marks question, you have to have a diagram anyhow, because that will just increase your mark score. You can't write 60 marks question 6 pages because it's just irrelevant. So you have to draw a diagram. So do that. Okay, search these diagrams as I have told you. It will be very easy for you to do. Like I'm discussing 160 marks question. Discuss the history of industrial development, industrial regionalization and new industrial policies. As you can see here, they have given 3 parts of a question and this 60 marks. So you have to divide 20, 20, 20 to each. So when you are dividing 20 marks to each, like history of industrial development, it's in general, that means of India. So 20 marks means 200 words. That means around 1 3/4 of a page you have to write about history of industrial development in India. Next, industrial regionalization. What all industries are found in which all regions. Okay, so here also one map is coming. History of industrial development, you can show a flow chart. So see how many diagrams you can substantiate. So what will happen, even if you don't write much, your diagram will say much and you will save time. Then your new industrial policies. Here you have to show a link to your old industrial policies and how it has progressed. Then your new economic reforms, how new industrial policies has been formed. So likewise, 3 questions, 60 marks, 20, 20, 20 each mark. As you can see, one question I will show from 2017. Describe the characteristics of tropical cyclone and narrate the areas of occurrence in India. It's of 60 marks. So this is seeming like a disaster management question, but 60 marks, it's like huge. So what you will write first, what is cyclone? Describe what all cyclones are there. Dot diagrams of those cyclones. Then come about the main topic, that is tropical cyclone. Describe each and everything about it, the characteristics. Then give the diagram, how the eye will be there, how clockwise or anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere is there. Do that diagram. Okay, then give a certain slight reference to how it is, what are the weather conditions when tropical cyclones come. Okay, so what are the causes behind it? So characteristics, causes, what are the weather conditions. So this all you have to write in detail. And if you are like missing out, if you have, if you have not covered most parts, so what you can do, you can also write how it is different from temperate cyclones. Okay, so that you can add as a factor. But tropical cyclone part should cover most of it. So what will happen if you are having 60 marks? Okay, so that means it is 600 words. So describe the characteristics of tropical cyclone. So about cyclone and its part you can write 1 page. After that you will start about characteristics of tropical cyclone. That should take about 3 pages with your diagrams. So total is coming 4 pages. Okay. After 4 pages, the 5th and 6th page narrate their areas of occurrence in India. What you can do, you can draw an Indian map, okay, and show where it is occurring. And there also you can describe like in which year which all places are getting affected. You can also show like what all cyclones have come in recent times. Okay, so likewise you can cover 2 pages in diagrams also, even if you are not covering with your other topics. So you can see how relevant your answer becomes. You are writing the main part also, you are showing where it is occurring with a diagram also, so it is giving volume to your answer. So any question you have to approach like that. Okay, for 60 marks. Next comes your section B. Section B, as you can see, different topics are there like cultural setting, settlements, regional development and planning, political aspects, and contemporary issues. So in 2017, they didn't ask 20 marks questions, they directly went for 60 marks question. So I don't know what they will do this time. So if 20 marks is there, also well and good, and if 60 marks is there, then you have to be like very careful about it. So in cultural setting, tribal areas of Odisha that you have to learn, because it hasn't been described much, it hasn't come much, so you have to learn about that. Then as you can see, demographic attributes, okay, and all those things that are given next to it in cultural setting part in syllabus, if you see in section B. So those sex ratio, age structure, literacy rate, they have not asked any question related to it, so they can ask, okay. In settlements, morphology of Indian cities, they have asked. Rural settlements, more or less they have asked. Mostly they have not dealt with this functional classification of Indian cities, I think they have asked, but I'm in doubt, so kindly search that. So that is also important, functional classification of Indian cities. And conurbations and metropolitan regions, urban sprawl, all these things related to urbanization, they have not yet asked, so they can ask about India. And when you are learning about cultural setting, okay, racial and ethnic diversity is the first, part of section B. Kindly concentrate on Odisha's ethnic diversities, okay. So you can find out which all tribes are there over here, okay, what are the PVTGs or particularly vulnerable tribal groups are there, okay, and it will be easier for you to find. Apart from this, I can suggest you one is stscodisha.gov.in, okay, I'll be giving the link also, all these links. stscodisha.gov.in, here you will find regarding your tribes, okay, etc. And Ministry of Tribal Affairs, here also you can find your tribes which are found in Odisha. And OTELP, that is Odisha Tribal Employment and Livelihoods Program, okay. So what are the programs for tribal livelihoods, that you have to learn it. So it will be helpful for you if you learn it now also, even if the question doesn't come, it's a must question for an interview, so you have to know about it. So anyhow you have to prepare, so prepare it from now, okay. And so when you are learning about the tribes, try to search in which area all these tribes are found. So if you're drawing the Odisha map, you can very well point out where those tribes are found. And for India, spectrum it is available, or otherwise you can search in Ministry of Tribal Affairs, there they have given the state-wise distribution of tribes. Next comes your regional development and planning. They have asked one question from this topic every year, okay, and they have covered like most of the topics, I guess. Only some are left, like command area development, watershed management, so they can ask from that which is left, or they can also repeat the questions, because this part question comes anyhow, in 3 years it has been coming, okay. So go through that. Next comes your political aspects. In political aspects, international boundary of India and related issues hasn't come in geography, because they are mostly asking it in GS paper 2 of OPSC. So kindly learn that, and you are learning GS paper 2, so naturally it will help you. Then disputes on sharing of water resources hasn't come, and nowadays Odisha is embroiled in much controversies regarding this disputes of sharing of water resources. So kindly learn this topic, it can be important. Then comes your regional consciousness. It has not been asked about your state reorganization and regional consciousness, that can be asked. Federalism has been asked, you study it once, but it has been asked. And geopolitics has been asked, but it can be asked, but just study it. But this is important in that disputes on sharing of water resources and your state reorganization and regional consciousness, read about that. In contemporary issues, environmental hazards, most questions have come. Environmental impact assessment has come, population explosion has come, okay, but agricultural and industrial unrest hasn't come. Regional disparities in economic development, sustainable growth and development has come. So I think mostly they have not asked about agrarian industrial unrest and regional disparities in economic development. So for Odisha, what you do, you have to read this environmental hazards also. So go to osdma.org, okay. This is for the State Disaster Management Authority, Odisha State Disaster Management Authority. Here what all disasters are common to Odisha, specifically Odisha, okay, because India you are studying, but Odisha specifically you have to give, so learn about that, okay, in that site, okay. And next your Population explosion and all they have asked. Yeah, disasters as I told you in that side. And agricultural and industrial unrest, mostly of India they will ask, because Odisha it is not there much. Regional disparities in economic development, here they can specifically ask about, if they are asking about Odisha, they can ask about your KPK districts, because that is like facing backwardness, or disparities, is facing discrimination. So special programs for KPK, I have downloaded a PDF. I'll be giving that link. See if it is opening or not and inform me in comments. So as you can see overall, I will again repeat it. In section B, your cultural setting, your tribes is important, demographic attributes is important, and tribes you have to go for Odisha also, tribes which are found. And the sites which I have told, stscodisha.gov.in, otelp.org. Okay. Next comes your settlements. Settlements, mostly they have asked all questions, but they can ask about functional classification of Indian cities and urbanization and its related problems, like conurbation, metropolitanisms, all that. Regional development and planning, they are asking questions every now and then. So even if they have asked the questions, they can repeat it. And what they haven't touched, like common command area development program, watershed management, they can ask that. Okay. Political aspects, they have covered some of it, but mostly disputes on sharing of water resources and state reorganization and regional consciousness, they have not asked. So prepare those also. Then in your contemporary issues, mostly about your agrarian and industrial unrest, regional disparities in economic development, okay, and your disasters connected to Odisha, they can ask. So this is how you will prepare. So if 20 marks question is there, so 2 pages max you will write. You can also compensate the second half of the page in diagrams, because here also you can show diagrams, okay, where hazards or disasters are there. You can draw the map, you can show where it is found. When it comes about your general topics like development programs, or it is about disputes on sharing of water resources. So on disputes of sharing of water resources, you can draw a diagram also. Apart from that, you can also show flow charts, like if you are dealing with any development programs, okay, so what has been the history of development program, just draw a flow chart. So that will give volume to your answers. When you are showing disputes on sharing of water resources, you are drawing Indian map or Odisha map where you are showing the disputes. So after that, you can also show like what all has happened, like historically this has happened, this award has been given, it has not been, so you can show it in a flowchart. So that will give volume to your answers. So if it is coming in 20 marks also, if you are compensating 3/4 of your page in diagrams also, that will also give you marks, even if you are not writing much, okay. So that is for 20 marks. And 60 marks, as I have told you, you have to write at least 5-6 pages. You can compensate with diagram. If topics like pollution, which is like general topics that you can't draw a map or something to substantiate it, try to go for your flowchart diagrams, okay, because that will give volume to your answers. But try to do diagrams in 60 marks. That is my advice to each of you. Okay, so that was about geography paper 2. The documents that I have downloaded, I will be uploading it in my description. So if it is if the link is opening, then fine. If it is not opening, then inform me. I will upload it in WordPress, and I will give you the link of the WordPress. So kindly see in the description, and all the links that I have told about the government sites for section A and section B, that I will be also uploading in my description part, okay. So thank you. Next I will be uploading the videos on history paper 1 and paper 2, okay.